Hi, welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. In today's video, I just wanted to share with you some really simple, unofficial classroom rules that I've implemented this year that has made my life so much easier. Last year is a year that's very clear in my head, very fresh in my mind, and there were some issues that I had that I just did not want a repeat of this year. I mean, I just have such a great group of kids, and I just didn't want those little challenges that I was facing last year. I don't know why last year in particular. Like previous years, it didn't seem to be a big issue, but last year I just found that these little things were problematic for me, and I just didn't want that this year. So any inch of anything that I saw that resembled last year, I'm just like, no, we're not doing that. No. And I'm just nipping it in the bud. So I just thought I would share it with you because hopefully it will help you with your classroom management. Before we get started, I'm going to say my little spiel about subscribing to my channel if you like my content. If you're into teaching and lifestyle videos, this channel is for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. So let's get started. Number one. These things here. Great, very convenient, but I do not want to see water bottles in the classroom. I don't know, I was talking to somebody the other day about this, and what is this constant need for instant hydration? Like, oh, I need water. Why do you need to have your water bottle right by you while you're doing your work? Like, I don't understand. I just ran into issues of the water bottle spilling and water going all over the place, or kids trying to bring it on the carpet, then you gotta say, go put it away. And I just feel it's not necessary. I mean, I'm not against water. I'm not against water bottles. Although, growing up, I don't remember us having water bottles to the extent that I see it today. Like, everyone has a water bottle. And I get hydration is important. You gotta stay hydrated. You gotta have your 8 bottles a day. I understand all that. But while you're working, if you really want a drink of water, you can get a drink of water. Like, go in the hall, get a sip of your water, or go down the hall and get like a sip from the water fountain. It doesn't bother me, but you don't need to have it with you at your desk. Unless there's some sort of a medical condition. Actually, I do remember I went to school with this girl who, I'm not sure what it was, but she needed to have water during certain times of the day. So like when she felt something in her body, like that she would ask for water, she'd say, I need water. And I just remember my teacher saying, if you need water, don't tell me, just go get the water. Like, don't ask for permission, just go get your water. So I'm not sure what it was, but she definitely is someone who would need her water bottle everywhere, fine. But for most of us, we don't need to. And our classroom's air conditioned. Like, if anything, you're complaining that you're too cold. So you don't need a water bottle. I get on really, really hot days, if we didn't have AC, okay, I get it. But for the most part, you don't need to bring a water bottle in the classroom. So that's my rule. No water bottles in the classroom. Rule number 2, no outside snacks in the classroom. I just feel so sorry for some children. Be like, oh, Ms. Clark, I'm so hungry. I didn't have breakfast. And I understand that's some kids' reality. But some of the kids that are saying this to me, I'm like, I know you got breakfast this morning. So they just want to eat something, which is fine. Maybe they had breakfast like hours ago and they're really hungry. Our school has a snack program, so the kids get snack. And what I do is I just share it. This year, I'm just sharing it as a class. So we just have snack at some point in the morning, like school starts at 9, maybe just before recess at 10:10 or whatever. I'll share the snack. You're fine. But sometimes kids immediately when they start school, they'll say they want a snack, and I feel sorry for them. I say, okay. And then they go and they take out a fruit roll up, or they go out and they take a Rice Krispie square. Like, why are you having that at 9 o'clock in the morning? It's one thing if they had like crackers and cheese or something, but that's not even what they're bringing out. So I just learned that a lot of the times it's just them wanting a treat, and it's not actually to give them proper nutrition. We have snack in our classroom. Sometimes I'll have crackers and things like that. You're really hungry, I'll serve it as a class. We'll all just have something. But these individual kids going in their backpack getting snacks, and no. I just ran into so many issues with that. Like kids bringing in popcorn and they make a big mess. Or nope. This has been working so far this year. And I just have that rule: do not bring your snack from home in the classroom. You're fine. We have snacks here, and I'll serve it to you at some point soon. You're fine. We don't need your fruit roll-ups in here. We're good. Rule number 3. No washrooms right after recess or during a lesson. Now, this is something that a rule I've always wanted to have, but I just find it so hard to implement because I don't want to deny kids the right to go to the bathroom. So the way I do it is this. I say, use the bathroom during your recess break. Use the washroom during your recess break. I really stress it, and I say, because right after recess, if you ask me, you're not going to get to go. So go at recess. So I remind them prior to recess. Even sometimes when I'm saying that, kids just say, okay, can I go to the washroom now? And I say, go, just go. I've just ran into issues in the past where right after recess, everyone's coming in. They're like, can I go to the washroom? Can I go to the washroom? And then they spend a long time in the washroom. I want to get a lesson started, but they're in the washroom, and it just for the management issues, it just was not working for me. So sometimes when we're on the carpet, we're about to get a lesson going, and they'll ask, can I go to the washroom? I'll say, can you wait 5 minutes? And most times they can wait. And then I keep an eye on them, because sometimes you'll watch them, and if they kind of are like holding themselves or they're kind of squirmy, that tells me, okay, they really gotta go. They're not just saying that. So I might just say, okay, Cookie, go with so-and-so or whatever. Or sometimes I have students, like student teachers, they'll just say, okay, just go with so-and-so quickly. And I'll say, nobody else asked me because I'm not going to let you go. Like, I make sure I say that, because then there's the, can I go too? Can I go? I have to go. So in certain situations like that where I know the person really has to go, I'll say, okay, go. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so will take you. Nobody else asked me, because the answer is going to be no. And that nips it, that closes it. Again, I know you don't want to deny kids the right to use the washroom, and sometimes kids have medical things, like they have a urinary tract infection or things like that. Like, I'm not mean. I'm not going to say, now you can't go. Like, sometimes there are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, a lot of times kids don't really have to go that badly, where they have to leave the lesson right away to go. And a lot of times they just want to fool around in the washroom. So just to eliminate all of that, I just don't say yes so easily during certain times of the day. Okay, last year in June, I didn't put in an order for my students this year. So I usually order markers, brand new, fresh markers, but I didn't do that this year. So over the summer, I bought crayons. And I said, this is just gonna have to hold us until I get my order in for some markers. They were cheap, they were 60 cents each. I bought some, good. My life has been so much easier since giving the kids crayons. In the past with markers, I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But constant fighting over the markers. That's our group's purple. That's our group's red. And I'd have kids hiding markers because they would hoard certain colors. And even if I said all the markers belong to everyone in this class, there is no group markers. It's room 217's markers. Didn't make a difference. I even did where I took away the markers for a while, returned them. I'd still have the issue with the markers. I don't know what it is. I was thinking, what could the issue be? And I think it's because markers, there's only 10 colors, but crayons, there's so many more colors. So there's a few different blues, or a few different yellows, or a few different greens. So it's just not that deep. And also, I thought I wouldn't like crayons because they break. Hi, Bubs. I thought I wouldn't like crayons because they break, but so far, I mean, mind you, we're still in September, but that hasn't really been an issue for me. The kids just use it. Their work looks fine. It's fine. So really, I'm going to bust out the markers during special projects like Mother's Day, Father's Day. I'm going to have to make a card. Okay, fine, you guys can use the markers, but I'm not going to have it there every day for them to use. I just, Once I've gone crayon, you can't go back. Like, I cannot go back to the markers. I just do not want the problems of the markers and the situation, that whole, and every year I had that issue, every single year, no matter what my class was, I had an issue with the markers. But this year, the crayons seem to be working well, so we're sticking with crayons. Rule number 5, no electric pencil sharpeners in the classroom. Now, in the past, I've allowed kids to use the pencil sharpener if they needed it. And most kids were fine with the pencil sharpener. They'd use it, not a problem. But then you have those kids who would experiment with the pencil sharpener. They'd put in pencils this small into the pencil sharpener, even though I explained to them that they shouldn't do it and why they shouldn't do it. They'll try and put things that don't belong in the pencil sharpener, and they'd end up breaking my pencil sharpener. And so then I said, you know what? The rule is no students are allowed to use it. I'm only allowed to use it. But then they would love to hear the pencil sharpener. I'd have kids break their pencil on purpose just to hear the pencil sharpener go zzz, zzz. Or I remember some kids really wanted their pencil to be really, really sharp, even though their pencil didn't reach that point where it needed to be sharpened. I was like, oh, can you please sharpen my pencil? And then I'd have to say, go, you don't need it, go sit down. But then that's a management issue. So my kids, they see the sharpener in the room, but they don't know what it is. They don't know what it's for because I do not use it in their presence. The only time the pencil sharpener is used is when they're not in the classroom. So after school, I sharpen the pencils, or during a prep, I'll sharpen the pencils, but the kids do not actually see me sharpening the pencils. So each group has a bin that looks like this of pencils. And let's say there's 4 kids in the group. There are 7 pencils in the bin. So if a kid needs like their pencil broke or it's too dull, they trade it in for another pencil. And I have not run into any issues doing this. It's made my life easier. There's 20 kids in the class. There's like 35, 40 pencils in the class. Trade it in for another one. There is absolutely no need for you to use a pencil sharpener. No need for me to use a pencil sharpener. It's all good. And we do not use pencil crayons in my class. So that's eliminated right there. They don't need to use it. So no electric pencil sharpeners in the class. That's it. So hopefully you found this useful and it will help your classroom run a lot more smoothly. So far it is really working for me. So yeah, hopefully it'll help you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in my next video.